In some cases, suspects detained by the police try to use seduction and flirting tactics to avoid going to jail instead of resorting to violent escape methods. In our video today, we'll meet some really flirtatious girls who, despite being drunk, don't miss the opportunity to wink at the officers, give a coquettish smile, and even offer their bodies in order to avoid being arrested. We start with a girl who really crosses the boundaries. Lydia Badillo was caught trying to transport 2 undocumented immigrants across the Mexican border. When the situation became complicated, Lydia tried to seduce the officer to try to escape.
Just wait for me right here, okay? You don't have anything?
I'm looking at your eyes. Sorry, sir.
What?
I'm looking at your eyes.
Why?
Because you look pretty handsome.
Oh, estos documentos por un momento de tiempo.
Por un año.
¿Por un año? Ok. Pues son falsos, ok. Y tener documentos. Esta no me sale nada. Ok, so estas identificaciones son falsas. Okay.
The officer discovered that Lydia's and the women's IDs were fake. It was revealed that the 2 women were undocumented immigrants from El Salvador who were being transported through a service that would force them to pay their debt through forced labor and sexual exploitation. Although Lydia was arrested and the women returned to the border, they may have been saved from years of abuse. It is clear that Lydia's attempt to flirt had no effect on the officer. In contrast to the previous case, this young woman did not show the same level of composure. On the contrary, she resorted to trying to manipulate and deceive the officer to let her go.
Hello, how you doing? Officer, how to New Mexico State Police. Reason for the stop. You're going 55 back there on MLK.
The girls that I thought that were my friends are not my friends.
I'm sorry to hear that. Where are you coming from?
Knockout.
Knockouts?
When detained, the girl started speaking evasively, explaining to the officer that she worked at a gentleman's club, apparently with the intention of distracting him while they checked both her and her vehicle.
Okay. You have your license?
Like, how are you gonna tell me you're my friend and then do some bullshit? Here's my registration. I have
Do you have a jacket or something that you could put on?
No, why?
Because I'm gonna ask you to step out, that way we can talk out here.
I don't have anything.
She claimed to be upset about an argument with her friends at the bar, but the officer did not believe her. It is common for suspects to pretend to be distressed or distraught during a traffic stop, in the hope of generating sympathy and receiving a lighter sentence. The young woman was taken out of her vehicle, showing clothing that was distracting to the eye.
Here's my registration, and I can give you my progressive. It just sucks. Like,
Yeah.
a bitch
Here,
tells me that she's my friend and she's not.
Could you stand up straight?
Yeah.
All right. So how much alcohol you consume?
No, I haven't.
Nothing?
I smoke weed. I have my medical card if you want to see it.
Just try to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So, how much alcohol do you consume? But I mean, I smell alcohol, so just be honest with me. How much
I
alcohol?
work at Knockouts, the
Got-
strip club.
Yeah.
But it's just because, honestly, the way I feel is because the girl, she went behind my back and shit. You know what I mean?
She did not admit to having consumed marijuana and alcohol at the club, and continued to try to excuse herself by saying she was having a difficult night and was just angry. Nevertheless, the officer needed her to focus, which seemed to be proving difficult for her.
My main concern is just that you're safe to drive, okay? Obviously, you were
No, I truly get it.
traveling at a high rate of speed up.
I have
MLK.
3 kids.
Okay.
My baby daddy just died. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Unfortunately, complaining to the officer did not help her find herself in a better state of sobriety, as she failed the 3 tests conducted. Consequently, she had no choice but to be arrested for driving under the influence of an intoxicating substance.
So at this point, you're going to be placed under arrest for DWI, driving while under influence of intoxicating liquor and/or drugs. Just face me real quick. What's in your mouth?
Nothing.
Open it. Lift up your tongue. All right. So on my watch, 0213, okay?
I'll take everything. Oh, please don't charge me. I don't want to go to jail. Please, sir.
In the early hours of October 30th, a police officer stopped Naomi Feurer, who was driving suspiciously in Florida. When the officer requested her documentation, it was clear that Naomi was intoxicated, despite her argument that she was coming from a Halloween party.
Got tomorrow's Halloween. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, right?
So, reason I got stopped, few things. When you're sitting at the light back here to make the left,
Yeah?
you're all the way out in the intersection.
Oh, okay.
Like you were past the crosswalk, but you were on Toledo Blade before making the left.
Okay.
The tags on the car, is the car registered to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the tags on the car expired back in March,
Yes, sir.
or April, I'm sorry, and your license is suspended.
During the sobriety tests, Naomi failed immediately, revealing that her alcohol level exceeded the legal limit.
Where are y'all really coming from tonight? Because your eyes are bloodshot and glossy, your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the drug. Okay? Check your eyes, do a couple exercises, make sure you're okay. Cool with that? Keep your head straight, just look back and forth with your eyes.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? When I tell you to, and only when I tell you to, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps.
1, 2, 3, like that. I have 13, I have 14, I have 14, 15.
Do you think if I give you a number to start on, you can count backwards to another number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I want you to start on the number 46 and count backwards to the number 29.
38, 37, 36, 6, 35.
What number, do you remember what number I told you to start and stop on?
You said start at 38 and then start at 49 and I forgot what the second one.
Okay.
Instead of accepting the consequences, Naomi tried a different strategy, pleading with the officer not to file the report and even hinting at inappropriate acts to avoid going to jail. However, the officer completely rejected her bribery attempts.
Just do me a favor, put your hands behind your back, put your palms together like you're praying, and you're under arrest for DUI. Okay?
I did everything that you asked me to, right? Please, sir, I can't have a DUI. I promise. Sir, I'm from Switzerland. I can't have a DUI, please. Well, I literally stopped
You're
and I had somebody pick me up.
You're not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license. You have an insurance suspension and 3 fail to pay traffic tickets.
Please, sir, please.
It's out of my hand.
I promise I'll have somebody pick me up, please.
What's going to happen?
I don't want to go to jail,
let me explain this to you. Do you have a pair of shorts or something in here that we can put on to cover you up a little bit?
Jersey. I'll put that on her.
I promise I'll have somebody pick me up and drive me home. I promise.
I'm gonna show you a little bit of decency and cover you up a little bit. You don't want to go into jail looking like that.
Please, can you not make an exception, please? I promise I'll be
we are past that. I need you to sit in the car.
What would I have to do?
Nothing. The only thing that you could do to not go to jail tonight is not drive drunk. That's the only thing that would stop you from not going to jail tonight. Is not driving drunk.
But I wasn't driving drunk at all.
Okay. Please have a seat.
There's nothing I can do, sir. Even if somebody picks me up.
We're past that.
2 whiskey containers and a beer were found in the vehicle, but Naomi refused to provide a breath sample at the police station. Her car was confiscated, and the case is still ongoing, with no formal charges filed against her. Any case pales in comparison to that of the 19-year-old woman, who was not only extremely intoxicated, but also behaved in a highly inappropriate manner with the police.
I'm good, bro. Check me. I don't care. I like men. Come on, just...
The driver was seen zigzagging between lanes and throwing unknown objects out the window, which immediately aroused the suspicion of the officers.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, sorry. What's up?
You said you were coming from dancers?
When she was pulled over, the girl claimed to be a dancer at a bar and that she was texting her boyfriend. However, the officers noticed that her speech was slightly slurred and her eyes appeared glassy, leading them to suspect that she had consumed alcohol, despite the young woman's denials.
What time did you get off at dancers?
11.
11?
It's an hour and a half away.
You got off at 11? It's 10:23 right now.
Really? Oh.
Did you have anything to drink?
No, I'm 19.
You're 19? I
cannot drink at the strip club, nothing.
Nothing?
No. Don't get on my eyelashes, bro.
The light will hurt your eyelashes?
No, but they falling off.
From the light?
Well, hold on. We're gonna start.
I'm cold.
We're gonna start right here. All right. Do you wear any glasses or contacts?
I do.
That's not even. I haven't even told you the exercise that I'm doing yet. So you gotta.
I'm cold.
Okay. I mean, just give me 10 minutes of your time.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Come on, straight line. What do you want to do? Call from?
Hold on. I didn't tell you that's what we're gonna do yet.
I know, but I know how the police is.
The sobriety tests performed by the officers were not successfully completed, so she was arrested. During the transfer to the police vehicle, the young woman mentioned having weapons in her car and began to exhibit quite inappropriate behavior, even requesting to be searched.
Y'all can check me. I don't care if y'all are male, bro.
We got plenty of female officers around to do that.
I'm good, bro. Check me. I don't care. I'm giving authorization to you.
Upon inspecting the vehicle, the officers found multiple weapons and a considerable amount of cash, likely tips from the bar. Despite all that transpired, the girl was charged with driving under the influence and sentenced to 9 months of probation, which is quite complex to judge given her youth and the particular circumstances of the incident.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. God.
On January 5th, 2022, officers responded to a traffic accident. Upon arriving at the scene, they received useful information from a witness.
She's drunk.
Drunk?
I already called Sam Dorado's my husband.
Okay.
But she's drunk, and she already said that I don't want to get a DWI.
Okay.
In a single car.
Okay. Thank you. Was she in the wrong lane?
No.
She was on that side?
See, I was coming this way right before the curve, and she blowed around me. Blowed around. Another car couldn't make the curve. Jumped the curve. See her track right there? Hit the curve.
I'm going to get your information in a minute if that's
Luckily,
okay.
the stoplight had everybody stopped.
The driver was intoxicated and had already stated that she did not want to face a charge of driving under the influence. The police were quick to uncover the situation.
So they said you're not having anything medical?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, just based on this driving behavior and what people have been saying when we came on scene, would you be willing to take some standardized sobriety tests?
Absolutely.
How much have you had to drink today?
Not very much.
Okay, what is not very much?
Like the legal limit.
Okay, which is what?
Like not very much because I ate and I drank water between the two.
Based on the driving behavior and what the people present informed them, they determined that the driver was being honest and cooperating with the officers' requests to perform a sobriety test at the scene. Unfortunately, the sobriety test quickly demonstrated to the police that, despite her friendly attitude, she was still an offender who had endangered many other lives. The officers searched her before placing her in the back of the patrol car and reading her rights. Inside the patrol car, the girl began to flirt with the officer, trying to draw attention to her beauty. But the officer remained professional at all times and was not conquered.
I hope at least I'm like one of the cuter people that you've had in your cop car. Do not confirm or deny, please.
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Yeah, you can. For legal purposes. I'm too cute for prison. Don't do that to me. Anyways, I'm sorry you're stuck with me, though.
That's alright, I've been, like I said, with worse.
Once at the police station, the flirtation did not stop.
Alright, so I'm gonna count this in front of you.
I remember you would come up to the Alcatia with your face mask and I'd be like, that man is so fine.
Yeah.
And then, like, respectfully though.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, because, like, I'm a mess right now. Had your face mask on, but I was like, that man is so fine. You are such a handsome man.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, I do.
However, this does not seem to have changed anything in the charges, as she was accused of a felony for driving under the influence. The case of Kelly, a driver, is remarkable. While serving a patient with special needs, she was stopped by the authorities.
Hey, Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Can I have you step out here with me real quick?
While Kelly admits to having consumed too much alcohol, she denies being behind the wheel, despite driving being part of her job responsibilities. Unfortunately, the security footage from a gas station shows that she was indeed driving. She now faces charges of driving under the influence and negligence, due to the responsibility she had towards the patient. When an ambulance arrives, Kelly begins to repeatedly flirt with the officers.
Talk to who? To you, make sure you're okay. Look at you handsome. Do you want the light squad to check you, ma'am? How you feeling? Hey. I want the little young boys. Ask me how I'm feeling. Let the little young boys tell me. Let me tell you something. What I would do to you with your blue eyes. Well, let me check your blood sugar. Okay, look at him. Okay, great. Thank you. I would do him in a way that he won't admit. Hey, look.
After multiple assessments, it becomes clear that Kelly exceeded the legal limits of blood alcohol content, so she is arrested for drunk driving. After a complicated task of getting her into the patrol car, she is finally taken to the police station. The case of Skylar Fluss, an 18-year-old, surpasses the previous case in audacity. Skylar posted a video in which she boasts about having avoided a driving under the influence through her flirting and cunning.
Got out of a DUI and got let off with a warning.
According to Skylar, she was pulled over by an officer who saw her weaving on the road, but she claims to have tricked the officer and received only a warning.
I blew a 3.8 and he let me off with a f***ing warning and gave me his number and said we should meet for coffee or lunch. He was hot, so I'm getting lunch with him tomorrow.
However, the officer's video tells a different story.
Hello, my name's Deputy Stahl. I'm in the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. I pulled you over because you were weaving a little bit back there. Where are you coming from?
I was coming from my friend's house. I actually just got dumped.
Were you on your phone and stuff too?
I was trying to call him to get a hold of him because my heart hurts.
Okay. Well, I'm just concerned that you were weaving because of alcohol, but if you're on your phone, have you been drinking or anything tonight? No? Okay.
The officer simply handed Skylar an informational card without offering his personal number or inviting her out.
Sounds like you're having a rough night, so I'm not going to add to that by writing you a ticket or anything, okay? So I'm just going to give you a warning. It's not a big deal. I just want to make sure you're okay. You were weaving a little bit, and I just want to make sure you're okay to operate the motor vehicle, and I believe you are. So my information's right here on the front. The reason I stopped you here is on the back. Wherever you're headed, get there safely, and I'm sorry you're having a bad night.
Yeah, I'm just right down the street. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, well, no, you don't need to apologize. I mean, you were weaving a little bit with no traffic out. I just want to make sure you're okay, that's all.
The officer just wanted to ensure that Skylar was fit to drive.
I ended up getting a little too intoxicated. I was taking shots all night and I decided to make the dumb decision to get into my car and drive.
Regardless of Skylar's confession, no further actions were taken against her or the officer.